Hi, and welcome to episode 7 of Losing is Fun with Empress Evil. I am Icon, and I welcome you back to a new series of horror, demise, and hopefully a safe way to episode 10. In this episode, I'm going to upgrade the base's security to a new stone trap level, because I have so good constructors to do that, and I don't know what's going to happen. Well, I'm going to fight disaster, that's for sure. And if you like this kind of content, drop my channel a subscription and you won't miss a thing in the future. So, because there was some really awesome comment on the last video, I also want to say hi to Julia. I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying this series so much. It was awesome to read that. Stay awesome, friends. I'm gonna try to do the same. So today I'm mining out a lot of steel over here, and I'm also really inclined to open the Ancient Danger in here, but we have to prepare for that really thoroughly. So I'm going to stop mining here at this border as well, because I don't know if this building does some weird alcove in here, which is crossing the line of that steel here for some odd reason. Zane's plague is almost worn off, so he's going to join Maria on the work soon. And yeah, for today we're also making good use of that crematorium. I hope at some point at least. I also configured the smelter to accept the steel slag chunks, so we're having a lot of steel. But I want to swap over to stone traps, because stone traps are cheap, effective, and their only real downside is they take forever to build. But apart from that, they're just awesome. And I don't have an endless supply of steel. While stone, come on, that stuff is so available. And since it's still a quite long way until I get my gun turrets, and I think we're going to have to fight through some really nasty things, it's time to prepare even further, because I really want to tackle at least 10 episodes here. That's my first target, and then we're going to see. Maybe we can make that 15 at some point, who knows. So we're going to set up serpentinite traps now, and I'm going to flood this place with a lot of traps in, well, a lot of corners. This is very valuable if you have to kite enemies over long stretches. And I also need wood. Or I should do my doors out of steel, alternatively. Marriage is on! So Paul and Annie are marrying too. Wow. These guys are really inviting tragedy in here. Because it happened so often that when people married in my playthroughs, that the worst kind of things happened, especially during the marriage. Oh, worst kind of things happening. Hey Zane, what's up? You're suffering from a low psychic drone and you want to kill Annie. I'm inclined to say no. So let's check it out. Paul has a 90% of arresting this guy. Maria 90%. Zippy, 68%, Annie, 100%. So we're going to arrest that fella. You're arrested. Murdering people's not allowed. Alright, there we go. So there we go. Zane is no longer in a murderous rage, and thanks to whoever pointed that out, I can already drop Zane out of the arrestment process, and as you see here, he's not even getting the debuff for being arrested, so really. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but your tips are really awesome, and I hope you're hearing that. Thanks for this one. So we saved Zane from killing somebody without making him unhappy because of the imprisonment. Just realized that he's not assigned to Maria's bed. Alright. There we go. So it's quite ironic that Annie was the person to arrest him at the same time, while she was the person he wanted to kill. So Well, you're messing with the wrong non-violent colonist here. So let's see if he didn't bite her. You have to check that. Bites bleed. Sometimes your colonists bite each other. I don't know why, but they do that. So, come on, Maria, you're not going to do that. I hate it when they leave like 17 work units. Just need to check that out real quick. And, come on, Paul. Tend your fiancé's bruises, but not with herbal meds. Waste. Ugh, come on, Paul. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean it. Ugh, come on. Why can't we calm down here? That's what I wanted to. Come on, Paul. It's okay. You're safe. I'm here for you. It was just, we don't need herbal medicine for that. Annie, don't start to cook now. Gosh. Whatever. Bruises don't really need treatment. I just wanted to give Paul the training, but, well. So, let's take a little check-in on the amount of mental breakdowns overall. That's 7... I really like to count them for every now and then. 12. 17. And 19. 21. Alright, 21 mental breakdowns so far. So, 13, well, every second day, basically. A little bit less than every second day. Wow. Okay, wood. I need wood. I really consider researching the tree sowing tech in between, or after the gun turrets at least, because the doors are not getting done. I mean, I could just swap over to steel, but since I'm not running the patch that makes steel unburnable, I don't like to use steel doors, because what's the point in using steel doors if they just can burn just as wood? Might as well take wood. Oh, some prickly pear cactus. I really like the vanilla expanded food mods so far. They're really subtle. Compared to VGP and Rim Cuisine and what was the other? Gourmet. I really tried them all because I love cooking in real as well, and that's why all these cooking mods really scratch my itch. But so far, I'm having the most fun with this one because the map is not flooded with all these extra foods. I have to look for them carefully. It's a good start. With all the other mods, I have the impression that there was such an abundance of food all of a sudden when I installed the other food mods that food was never a real issue anymore. So, well, that's just my thoughts. Feel free to drop me a comment about your thoughts, what's considering the food mods of the Vanilla Expanded. I'm really curious what you guys think. So, I'm going to replace that with some rhyolite. Or no, silly me, we're definitely not going rhyolite, man. This was meant to be the palace. We're going purple here. I love that stone. That's why we're going to use that. So there we go. That's more of a future project, but whatever. Why is Maria cremating so much? Are there no other work projects open she could do? Are we that miserable here? Man. Alright. That's quite good so far. I'm harvesting a lot by hand to maintain a nice supply of food without killing too many animals. Arid Shrubland is really easy to sustain food-wise. That's going to be our throne room to be. It's quite a big one, I know, but... Let's do that. The Dacet tables, I don't know. I want to keep them or not. Don't need to decide that right now. So what I do want to have is a bigger supply of serpentinite blocks, because these are the blocks I want to use for the traps. I could also use the Tometsicide. So let's see. We need more traps. There's always a risk that your own people run into those traps. That's granted, but with the amount of insectoids and stuff coming towards me in the future of the game, I really want to have some traps where I can pull these critters into, because I don't know how to deal with these miserable weapons. Because I just had no luck with the weapons. Let's see when the restock with my neighbors, because they had nothing for me. So Fortal Rune has restocked since my last visit, so let's use that. So who's my best trader? Let's check that out over Moody. Gotta use those mods. Annie is my best talk. So we're going to send Annie, and yeah, I'm going to send Sippy with her. I don't want to send my constructors away. Not really. So we're bringing these bows I don't want to have anymore. One recurve bow I'll keep though. Well, whatever. Take those spare cloves, and off we go. So I noticed that I don't have enough food, so, well. We're going to... There. Add some potatoes into that. If you forgot something into the caravan, you can always right-click it and add it later. Oh, come on. Are you bloody kidding me? Come on. Get that door out, stone out of that door. Man. I'll just leave that here. I'm gonna move that tomorrow. If you don't micromanage these guys. So I'm going to use the Tometsicide for some nice flooring in the workshop area as well. And for the tailoring area, well, I would like some carpets, but it's such a long way before we can do that. Well... Let's do some paved tiles in between. I do have so much steel. It's not really beautiful, but we can do beautiful later, so... Alright. These guys will be there in 0.4 days. Let's just hope we can pull out some good weapon. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome. Alright. So I'm going to order Maria a little bit more directly to these traps, because these are really important to get finished. So maybe not Tomatsukite though. I'm using a lot of Serpentinite right now. Or creating a lot of, not using. And Maria got the flu. Oh well. Okay, Empress. But Maria will finish that spike trap before she's going to bed. So, bed rest priority 1. Grab some food. And who's my best doctor right now? Left in the colony. Annie and Zippy are not here. That would be Maria herself. Great. Zane. What about Zane? He's completely unable to do that. Okay. So, even though he has 2 ranks less than Maria, my experience was that self-treatment is really, really bad. Self-treatment is like one of the worst ways to do it. And I would have only preferred self-treatment if this guy would have had like 1 or 2 points in med. So, lavish grill. A masterpiece of the culinary arts. Alright. Very filling. Freezing them ruins this effect. Awesome. I really like that that catch on it. So we're going to toss away these items we don't need. Well, at least I do have a chain shotgun, charge rifle. Sadly, I won't be able to afford that. But there are at least some items you want to buy now. Chain shotgun is a good one. I'm going to take that. I'm pretty sure that's anglerfish. Ooh. Can eat that? I wasn't aware of that. Crossbow. Well, EMP launcher. No thanks. Incendiary launcher. I want to have both. You know, incendiary weapons are really good against big enemies. They're quite useless against small enemies like humans or such. But if you're up against a big bad centipede, or well, centipede, or well, the insectoid centipedes, I saw them on the screenshot. There's some really nasty stuff running around, and yeah, to kill insectoids, we're going to kill them with fire. So Paul has some inspired taming. It's just a pity that nothing out here can be tamed by his animal skill. We really seem to need a higher level with animals. So let's cheese us through the ancient evil, ancient danger, not ancient evil. It's not true to call it ancient evil. It's a pretty cheesy way to deal with that problem, but I really appreciate it. So check it out. If you don't know it, it's really one of the best ways to deal with the ancient evil. So it's nothing special. You just jam-pack this area with traps, and you leave one door here open, and for some reason the enemies pouring out of this area, they don't think about destroying that door. They'll go all the way through your traps. This way you can really decimate the enemies inside the ancient danger chamber quite effectively. Can we please take care of that? Poor Maria. So it looks like Paul has not, yeah, his doctoring priority is basically not present. So feeding berries to Maria, good. Just wanted to make sure that she's getting some food as well. Okay. So once the doors and the roof here are done, we can transfer the tailoring bench and transform this area quite soon into a rec room. Oh, and this here is also overdue. A few obsidian tiles. and some more batteries. And I figured some safety area for the batteries would be nice too. And tell you what, I'm doing my doors now out of steel for the time being. I'm tired of all these doors not getting done because I don't have enough wood. Come on, Zane, do it before you go down for the with the pukes. Woo! Annie and Zane are down with the flu now as well. Oh my goodness. So, luckily Zippy is still available as a doctor. But we really do need a new supply of medicine here. This is not going to be enough. So Annie and Zane. Alright, that'll mean I need another caravan to buy me some meds. So, Zane is already treated? Yeah, okay. How's the treatment's quality? 35%? No. Oh dear. Okay. What's wrong with that, with Zippy though? Oh, we were doing without meds. Well, well, let's see how the first turn of the immunity race goes. I mean, it's not the worst situation overall. Annie is now... Oh, come on. We can't tame her because we can't... Oh, okay, goodbye, Annie. Was nice with you. You're going to die out there. She's definitely going to die out there. Wow. What a way to pass away. Well, it had to happen sometime. But I didn't expect it would be like that. Well, I mean, I could down her and treat her and capture her, basically. I should do that. We owe her as much. So, Zippy can now pick up a real weapon. The sawed-off shotgun is quite nice, but the chain shotgun is way better. Going to give Zane that one. Just to make sure he has some weapon if he needs it. Alright. So that's a really bad situation, to say the least. Alright. Try to arrest has a very, very low chance here. 45%, so... I'm going to try that. Since Annie is a non-violent colonist, her fighting skills are really horrible, and she's going to die out there if we don't do that, so... Let's send Paul after her. He has at least a 45% chance of succeeding. So... 100% here. Oh, he did it! Nice. Oh, awesome. One thing less to worry about. So we're going to... Oh, I can't release her because she's a wild person now. Gosh. That's quite annoying. So I would need a better handler, huh? So Annie was my main cook. That is a spot Zippy now has to fill. Because people are running around eating berries from the other end of the map. And Maria, you are supposed to lie in the bed. Well, she got to do that because she's so recreation deprived, so... Pretending expires at least. It'll take another hour until it expires. So it could be worse, but... Come on, Maria, it's time for bed. Going to put up a chess table for the time being. Going to make it out of steel. A chess table is at least a chance for them to relax a little bit. Alright. So, there we go. What about Annie, though? Yeah, she's doing fine. Alright. Things are quite rough today. The amount of diseases thrown onto me and Annie running wild without the chance of taming her, really some harsh blows coming from unexpected angles. And this catastrophic amount of flus is really annoying. A solar flare, well, could be worse. Alright. Poor Paul, that's his wife inside there. Or his fiancée. It's all because you didn't treat her when she needed the treatment. I'm very sure about that. This was the beginning of the end. So... oh dear, what to do, what to do. Ah, of course it has no power. It's so lovely. I was wondering, like, why does this place don't have power? But at least we're making stones for the next 30 years. That's good. I mean, the storage area for stones is almost empty. But there's a lot of haul still left. Well, gotta sit tight until the flus are gone. Can't do anything before that. And then with Annie, well, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Going to hunt me something soon. And we're needing some new food, new medicine. There's a lot of things tugging at this colony right now. It's quite troubling, to be honest. But I can't do anything before we're having enough healthy people back on the colony again. Because fighting with sick people is just not possible. And I mean, Maria will be healthy soon again. It's at least something. Prison warden. So... yeah, no thanks. Alright, so Annie will definitely get through the plague, the flu there, but how do I do that to get her back into my colony here? That's the real trouble. So let's declare the stockpile zones for the tailoring business. So here's the textiles. That's the preferred spot. And here's the apparel. Meteorite shower. Oh, we have to check that out, where that went down. And it's very important that I'm not allowing biocoded and not tainted. So only the handcrafted things will land in here. So that was some other impact point. Heliodor. Okay. Jaspilite, Sylvide. There was some pure silver meteorite over there, so I'm going to gnaw a little bit on that. And I'm going to send over some caravan to my neighbors to ensure we're getting some medicine. Because we have to do something. And with some silver in my bank, I can run over to my neighbors and buy me something. So Paul is my chief plant fella. So I'm going to send Paul around here a little bit to fetch some food for the colony. Since we can't properly hunt right now, that's going to be the alternative. Foraging is always a good alternative if you have the area for that, or well, the plants, the biome. That's the right word to put it. Was searching for words here. Okay, I'm just relieved about one thing. The whole situation didn't take my didn't take away my fighters, so that's something I can. I have orders here. At least every fighter is still available. If like Maria would have went wild or something like that, it would have been a way bigger problem. But at the same time, I realize that I really have to get some handler to my colony, because it's quite ironic that Paul has inspired taming and can't tame his fiancée. What a weird story this is. I love it. Okay. But Maria is over the flu right there, so I'm going to tune her down from the with the meds. Okay. So we're getting some silver. All right. Really need to send some people over to my neighbors. Alright. I'm pretty sure that Zane doesn't need the industrial medicine anymore as well. He's already 20% ahead. That's more than he'll need to get out of this alive. So the Empress works against my plans. You see, I'm planning on upgrading my defenses. I'm planning on opening the Ancient Danger here, and she strikes down my constructors. Well played, Empress. Well played. So, at least Maria is healthy again tomorrow. That means I can hunt me some zebras. That's good. Going to start with that herd down there, and well, I need to replenish my food supplies because we're really low on food here. Terribly low on food. But at least Maria is now on recovery. There we go. So I want her to build that steel chest table, because it's a very, very cheap way to increase your recreational options. Because playing horseshoes and stuff like that, it's not really a... It fills your recreation pretty slowly. So Maria is quite an okay doctor, but Zane just needed some time out as well. I don't mind. It's going to be okay for them all. So let's bring the crowd and oh, not Zane though, and hand down that ostrich. We're going to eat some ostrich tonight. Well, Zippy is too far away for that. Oh, I should pain block Maria here. It'll help her. There we go. Nice. That was some really clean action here. And it'll increase my food supplies enough to come through to get through this day. So there we go. Yeah. Alright, Zippy, you're not going to tend to Zane. You're going to butcher here, and Zane is getting his treatment from Maria. There we go. So I'll have to wait until she self-tames or what? All right, so we're having guests. Well, I'm going to bring up Zane here as well. They want to use sappers. Okay. You go for sappers, friends. No probs. There goes Rabbit. That guy is riding a cheetah. Man, we're in trouble. Cheetah riders are a real problem. Alright, I'm going to swap Zane over to no, to the shotgun. No, that's not necessary. Alright. So Maria and Zane can take their aim on this guy. Zippy though. Oh no, Zippy's getting outranged here quite heavily. So I'm going to send Paul on Coyote. And Zippy is going to nail down Shrew. There we go. Looks like I'm going to need Paul somewhere else here. Okay. What's up with Zippy? That's just an arrow into the kidney. Nothing to worry about. Okay. So. So I can swap over to the shotgun now. There we go. And they're fleeing. Alright. So. Coyote, can we capture you? Psychopath, misandrist, incapable of caring. No, I'm not going to bring up another person incapable of caring. Rabbit has lost his eye, so no. You guys are... Oh, I'm not going to save them. I have other problems, you see. And one of my biggest problems is the end of the episode, friends. So we're still alive somehow. We're still here. Annie is in the storage room where she waits for the day when we're going to tame her again. And yeah, enjoyed this run so far a lot, and let's see how if I'm able to get to episode 10. Who knows? Check you guys next time. Bye bye.